In what looks like an early Christmas present, QUIXEL has finally joined Epic. And this is one epic announcement we never expected to get. But then, the news that comes alongside with this epic announcement is even way more epic. Just a few weeks ago, we got talking about Substance being subscription based and the whole Adobe thing happening to Substance, and everyone was asking what is the next big thing, what happens if Substance actually goes out of the market. We already know a lot of people don't really use Mari that much compared to the number of people that use Substance. But then, the news today is probably going to change the way you think and give you way more options the next time you consider texturing. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to askNK. In a very recent development, probably I never thought this was ever going to happen. Maybe a lot of people thought about it, but I didn't ever consider this for once. And the cool thing about it is we already know that Epic Games, in fact from the beginning of the year all the way to this point, every single thing that Epic Game touches turns free. So they've touched a lot of softwares. There's a long list. You could check the channel and you see all of those news. I'm super excited about this. I mean, if there is no other news coming from now to the end of the year, I'm done. My year is fulfilled. I'm so happy about this update. And let's just get right into the gist. So Epic Games makers of Unreal Engine have finally acquired Quixel, and they did not just acquire Quixel, but they've gone ahead to acquire the Megascan library that contains real-world 3D scan data that you can use for both material editing and so on and so forth. And the Megascan actually works alongside with the bridge, and at the same time it works with the mixer. The mixer is also something that we've talked about on the channel. It's the brand new tool which they've created, and I think they created this alongside to kind of counter the Substance Alchemist, or maybe the Alchemist came out to counter it. For whatever reason, these two tools are material creation tools, which makes you create things way easier and faster. With this current acquisition, Epic is making Megascan, the entire Megascan assets, totally free. Totally free. Free seems to mean $0. So you're paying nothing for you to be able to get this tool. And this tool is totally free for every Unreal Engine user. And at the same time, the mixer and also the bridge will be totally free. And if you're using this tool, if you're using the Megascan assets for any DCC app and you don't have the Unreal Engine installed, or maybe you're not using the Unreal Engine, of course you're going to be able to pay half the price of the normal amount you get to pay monthly. But this time it makes a lot of sense because now they are not just, purchasing these guys and kicking a lot of people out, but at the same time QUIXEL will still retain its original name and all of the artists that they have. And so I have a theory. It's just a very simple theory. I don't know, maybe my theory might be wrong, it might be right. If it's right, just say right in the comment section. If it's wrong, just say wrong in the comment section. We should get that kind of argument down there. And it is quite simple. So you already know that sometime in 2011 there was this tool created by the guys at QUIXEL, and it was actually called the QUIXEL Suite. And this tool was working directly in Photoshop, and it has three names: the Dedo, Endo, and 3Do. Although right now if you go over to the website, it is no longer available as the website has been updated. But then we have a way of working around these things, and so I can show you a screenshot of this tool so that you can see what it looks like. And at this point, this tool was supported by Photoshop, and you could literally do all of your texturing, everything you wanted to do inside. Within that period, Substance wasn't so big the way it was right now. A lot of people kind of use Substance, but it wasn't that loud. And then of course Photoshop evolved and evolved all the way to CC, and it became quite difficult for people to update and use this tool, and for some reason this tool became dead. And as time progressed, a lot of people moved away from using Photoshop. The minute Substance and Mari showed up, a lot of people really moved away from this, and knowing fully well that you can still go through and work with the Armory Painter, people just kind of abandoned Photoshop for some good reasons, especially the hate for Adobe. And since you could simply texture in 3D and pay maybe half the price or maybe $0 just to get the tools you need working, who needs Photoshop this time? And that was one of the main reasons why the Dedo, 3Do, and the Endo, in fact the entire Quixel suite started suffocating, and it was just suffocating all the way down. And these guys came up with the bridge, they came up with the mixer, and they came up with Megascan. And within a couple of years, we kind of found out that the guys at Adobe were like, I think it's time for us to actually buy into this market and cut these guys off. And what they did was to purchase Substance, and they did purchase Substance sometime in the year, and within this time all of us had concerns, and the concerns actually came to pass. And one thing to note is the minute they purchased Substance, something tricky kind of happened, because the guys at Adobe actually went ahead and cancelled every single thing that had to do with previous versions of Adobe Suite. So if you're using anything less than 2018 point something, you're actually infringing them. And this was also something that caused a lot of uprising, and I got to ask a couple of questions that what happens to the guys making use of the QUIXEL suite, knowing fully well that QUIXEL mostly supports these particular versions of Photoshop that is being chopped out. I know a couple of people would say maybe it's power play, some people would say it's not, but then of course, let's move on. So with this thing going on, QUIXEL began to suffer and suffer and suffer. And it's actually cool to notice that afterwards there was no huge competition for substance, as Adobe just rubbed a couple of lotions, massaged this tool and made it very nice looking for every artist to kind of play with. But then with this merger happening here, the guys from QUIXEL are actually saying that come QUIXEL 2020 you will have all of the capabilities that you have directly from the bridge to the mixer over to the Megascan existing directly inside the Mixer 2020. So with the new version of QUIXEL coming, you would actually do all of your 3D paintings directly there, do all of your generation directly there, do all of your crazy stuff directly there. Now tell me what you think about this. You could generate your own textures, you could play directly with the Megascan, which has become something very crazy a lot of people get to play with these days, and at the same time you can literally use all of those capabilities and texture directly on a 3D model. I actually don't know what this is going to look like, but the first free versions, which is going to be the Mixer 2020 and also the Bridge 2020, will be available for free. So this time you can use these things as much as you want. Now a lot of people will be saying, but you know, we don't really understand if this is going to work, if it's not going to work. But then I gotta tell you, if you actually made use of the QUIXEL tool earlier and you can see all of the powers that Megascan has and the same power that you might probably have noticed when you're working with the mixer, and if you want to check out the mixer, there's a link in the description to check that one out, you would kind of get a huge idea of what combining all of those energy is directly into a painting app. So just consider having Substance Alchemist and having the whole Substance Source, and at the same time having the whole Substance Painter existing in one place. It is crazy. It is crazy because the kind of things you can create, the kind of things you can generate is definitely going to be very incredible. In addition, the price for Megascan has also been turned down directly. So like I talked about earlier, if you're a non-user of the Unreal Engine, of course you can actually get this half the price right now if you want to get them from the subscription. And on the other hand, all 10,000 plus Megascan assets will totally be made free. So if you're making use of the Unreal Engine, of course this is going to be totally made free. They say beginning from today, 10 of the asset packs from the Unreal Engine marketplace is going to be free. And this isn't the first time we're seeing so many free things coming from Epic Games. So if you want to check out all of the free content that's available that you can play with, if you want to also check out all of the free assets that is available on the marketplace for the month of November, the month of October, all the way down, of course, link to those things is going to be in the description so you can check this out. And that's about it. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. What do you think about this merger that is happening? I kind of think that this merger is going to bring a birth of something incredible, and it's definitely going to accelerate the production and the process of how you create stuff, from material creation all the way to texturing. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. And at the same time, I would like to know what you think about the theory. Do you think Adobe was doing all of those things to kind of boycott these guys? Do you think QUIXEL over a period of time is going to surpass Substance with the idea that every single thing that you need to do your texturing, all the things you need to do your material creation is totally free compared to paying for subscription, compared to be tied to the whole Adobe suite? All I can say is exciting times are here, the competition has just got started, and let's see who's gonna win this come next year. Link to the blog where you can find all of this is going to be in the description. Link to the QUIXEL blog, link to the Epic blog is going to be in the description so you can go through, check these things out yourself and read them. I would like to know what your thoughts are in the comment section. And if you like this video, you learned something from this, go ahead and give it a like, and don't forget to share with your friends. And if you're new here, it's going to be amazing if you can hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video or the next update. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, Free Friday, Tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.